Welcome back to COİN. Ever wondered if that ordinary looking coin in your pocket could be worth a fortune? Don't miss out on the chance to uncover hidden treasures among rare coins. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated on most things coin related. Let's dive in and get started. Here is 1959 Washington quarter in MS67 condition. Unmarked surfaces are silver white in the centers with thin border rings of iridescent, jade, amber and rose hues. Less than 40 examples of this Washington quarter issue have achieved MS67 grade at PCGS. It was sold for $11,750. 1959 the Roosevelt Dime in MS68 condition with full bands. Boldly struck, flawless surfaces display gorgeous pastel rainbow hues on the reverse. Tied for the finest, this elusive dime was sold for $5,000. This is 1970 No-S Roosevelt Dime in PR69 cameo condition. Amazing cameo surfaces are mainly untoned and well impressed. Experts seem to think that only about 2,200 dimes were struck without S mint mark. This was due to the fact that one die was prepared at Philadelphia and sent to San Francisco to be used. Apparently, the quantity mentioned above was released before the mistake was found and corrected, giving a collectors a great error to acquire. This elusive dime ended up selling for $1,980. 1959 the Washington quarter with multicolored toning, graded in mint state 67 plus by PCGS and proven by CAC. Exceptionally vivid multicolored toning enhances virtually pristine surfaces on both sides of this captivating superb gem. Like its identically dated Philadelphia mint counterparts, the 1959 D is surprisingly scarce in the finest mint state grades. For a late date 90% Washington quarter with mintage of 62,054,232 coins. This highly sought after gem was sold for $9,600. Number 2, here is 1971 S proof Eisenhower Dollar with Type 1 reverse, graded as PR68 DCAM by PCGS. This coin is an original gem housed in original package from the mint, is accompanied by a special box, boasting rolling, watery mirrors and thickly frosted devices. Hazy sky blue patina appears on surfaces attesting to the originality of this first year of Eisenhower Dollar series. It was sold for $30,550. Here is 1941 Washington quarter in PR68 plus condition, CAC proven super proof gem, an amazing rarity from a proof mintage of 15,287. Impeccably preserved mirrors shine with dominant silvery color as well as subtle gold, green and pale pink iridescence, lending to its originality, fully defined as expected with astonishing eye appeal. An exciting piece for the collector. It was sold for $8,800. This is 1917 S Walking Liberty half dollar in mint state 65. Light gold toning highlights lovely luster and stunning details. The 1917 S obverse mint mark variety is the scarcest of all 1917 combinations. To find one in gem uncirculated condition is nearly impossible. This one was sold for $15,250. This is 1916 D Mercury Dime with outstanding toning, graded as MS66 FB by NGC. The star designation. A richly toned, sharply struck, and impressively lustrous gem. Example of the most important dime issues of the 20th century, a date that saw a production run of just 264,000 pieces. Both sides of this colorful gem are splashed throughout with lively rose, fiery crimson, neon blue, and deep sunset orange iridescence. The pristine surfaces are essentially mark-free, even under low magnification. It was sold for $45,237.50. And this is 1948 Franklin half dollar in MS67 condition with full bell lines. According to NGC's enormous mintage of dollars during the war years had led to reduced production during 1946-1947, and this carried over into the new series, if not for saving of 1948p half dollars by the road. As was a custom of so many collectors and dealers at the time, this issue might have been slightly scarce. Gems are plentiful through the grade of MS65 with enough MS66 coins to satisfy more advanced collectors. The desirable designation full bell lines is available as well, but scarce in MS67 condition and higher. This specimen was sold for $12,947.62 with buyer's fee. And this is 1932 D Washington quarter in MS66 condition, magnificent example of this popular key date. Satiny surfaces display lovely original luster and crisply struck gem details. Coin features excellent eye appeal, tied with just one another example at PCGS for the finest known. It was sold for $64,500, a magnificent with inside exquisite holder. 1959 Franklin half dollar in PR67 ultra cameo condition. Proof coins are specially minted coins that are struck using polished dies and planchettes to create a coin with high level of detail and mirror-like finish. In a context of proof coins, cameo refers to the contrast between the frosted design elements on the coin and the mirror-like polished background. The design elements appear frosty and white against a reflective background, creating striking visual effect. Ultra Cameo takes this concept a step further. Coins that are designated as Ultra Cameo have an exceptionally strong and distinct contrast between the frosted design elements and the reflective fields. Brilliant devices of the gem stand out against glassy white mirrors dusted in light cameo frost. The eye appeal is absolutely stunning. Only a handful of examples have been graded finer between both services. It was sold for $14,950. This is 1952 D Franklin half dollar in MS67 condition with full bell lines, beautiful rainbow tones throughout. This piece is one of the prettiest toned Franklins showcased at David Lawrence. CSA approved for quality, this true gem ended up selling for $17,000. The 1930 D wheat penny in MS66 plus red condition, a charming gem that sports vivid rose red luster to smooth satin surfaces, fully struck as well and a delight to behold. The 1913 D has a respectable mintage of 15,804,000 pieces, and it's among the more readily obtainable Demer mint issues in early Lincoln Cent series. While there are enough mint-state coins around to satisfy less discerning collectors, advanced Lincoln Cent specialists will be disappointed by the prevalence of poorly struck pieces among the survivors. This elusive specimen was sold for $23,500. Here is 1951 S Jefferson Nickel in MS67 condition with full steps. According to Jaime Hernandez from PCGS, the 1951 S Jefferson Nickel has one of lower mintage for circulation strike series. The 1951 S appears to be scarce in MS66 grade and higher. Less than 500 examples have been confirmed by PCGS in MS66 condition, with less than a handful known in MS67. This one with full steps ended up selling for $10,600. Here is 1950 D Franklin half dollar in MS67 condition with full bell lines. According to Heritage, the 1950 D Franklin half dollar is a well-made issue, with full bell lines coins being plentiful in grades as fine as MS66. However, this super gem example is major rarity. This piece displays vibrant, frosty mint luster rolling across sharply defined motifs and pristine surfaces. Deep amber russet, olive green, and golden toning encompasses each side. Eye appeal is outstanding. This is 1940 Lincoln Cent in MS68 red condition, a stunning ultra gem tied for the finest known example with just 7 other PCGS examples. Essentially flawless surfaces are satiny and showcase sharp full details. Gorgeous golden orange coloration and soft peach and pink highlights make for incredible eye appeal. A fantastic piece for advanced collector of this series. A wartime error penny 1944 D Lincoln Cent with D over S repunched mint mark, graded in mint state 66 plus red by PCGS. Scarce and desirable Lincoln Cent variety, this is a strong over mint mark. The secondary S is evident clearly protruding from the top of the D. CEC approved for quality. It was bargained for $13,500. This is 1951 D Roosevelt Dime in MS68 condition. Sandy silver patina to most areas. The obverse periphery was halo of more vivid olive orange iridescence, enhancing the coin's appearance. There is not even a single noticeable abrasion, as one should demand at uppermost reach of the mean state grading scale. It was sold for $2,185. Moving on with his 1969 D Jefferson Nickel in MS65 condition with full steps. While the earliest days of US Mint boasts the greatest density of true rarities, even the modern era of US numismatics has its fair share of exciting treasures to taunt collectors adventurous enough to cherry-pick, armed with only loop and afternoons worth of ambition. Among these underrated scarcities is a full-step 1969 D Jefferson Nickel, though mintage figures will confirm that no Jefferson Nickel is anywhere approaching rare in an absolute sense. Available population are at times dwindling down to the single digits when preservation and strike are taken into consideration. The full-step 1969 D Jefferson Nickel was called the Golden Fleece by Dave Bowers, with Scott Schechter suggesting in December 2012 Coin World article that the owner of such coin will be the king of Jefferson Nickel collectors. This rare specimen was sold for $33,600. 1961 Lincoln cent in PR69 deep cameo condition, as struck with glowing medium orange mint color to fully impress sharply cameoed surfaces. This dazzling ultra gem is a surprise condition rarity. From a mintage of 3,028,244 pieces, it was sold for $6,600. This is 1941 Jefferson Nickel in PR68 plus condition. Sheer quality of preservation is what earns this coin the distinction. The proof of 1961 nickel is generally plentiful, although pieces in the lofty PR68 grade are notably rare. Vivid multicolor toning across each side complements the reflective fields and sharp satiny devices, delivering eye appeal that upholds its grade. It was sold for $7,800. This is 1937 D Washington Quarter in mint state 67 plus, an impressively satiny Denver mint example with a faint ghosting of golden and sky blue hues across both sides. According to NGC, despite the recession of 1937-38, quarter-dollar production actually rose during 1937, a reflection of how few coins had been struck there in the first years of the decade. 1937 D quarters are readily available in grades up to through MS66, but the population drops off drastically above that level. Typical Denver mint coins from this period, and lasting into the 1950s, the D mint quarters are the most consistently well struck of the three mints output. This MS68 Plus gem was sold for $2,820. This is 1917 Lincoln cent with double die verse. Both sides of this delightful 1917 double die cent displays vibrant golden orange luster. The surfaces have an overall smooth satiny texture that highlights a razor-sharp strike. A few extremely faint and easily overlooked fly specks on the obverse are all that seem to preclude a full gem rating. This is one of the most pronounced double die verse varieties in the Lincoln cent series, with sharp doubling to the digits in the date and the letters "God We Trust" in the motto. It was sold for $14,687.50. 1952 S Jefferson Nickel in MS66 plus condition with full steps. San Francisco issues tended to have lower mintage than their Denver and Philadelphia mint counterparts in the late 1940s and early to mid-1950s, and the S mint coins are harder to locate in high grades such as this one. This is the sharply struck premium gem nickel with vibrant luster and attractive gold and silver toning. It was sold for $8,812.50. This is 1965 Roosevelt Dime struck on a silver dime planchet, rare transitional wrong planchet error, graded in mint state 62 by PCGS. Bright silver with a trace of toning on the lower reverse and lusters throughout. While seemingly innocuous, these had all the usual appearance of the typical silver Roosevelt dime, but the date of 1965 is when the clad sandwich metal coinage began. There are few of these known of metal old planchet strikings, but very few, especially in mint state, as these would easily have slipped into circulation unnoticed, as silver coins dominated the coins in circulation for a few years after the clad coins were launched in 1965. Similar in error to the famed 1943 copper cents, where a handful of leftover planchets were struck in a hopper, and when coinage began, as a new year slipped into production unnoticed. One of the great mint errors of 1960s, an important and rare coin for the specialist. It was sold for $16,450. 1963, the Jefferson Nickel in MS65 condition was full steps, whereas the 1963 the Jefferson Nickel is plentiful without full steps. It's rare in any grade with them. Both sides of this gem are brilliant, nickel gray with scintillating satin luster. Most importantly, the steps of Monticello are completely delineated. It was sold for $3,360. In 1992, the Lincoln Cent in superb gem condition, graded as MS69 red by PCGS. This pinkish-orange superb gem is at the threshold of the numismatic perfection, bright, lustrous, and smooth, an exquisite example of both the issue and type. It ended up selling for $4,600. This is 1932 the Washington Quarter in MS65 plus condition with CAC approval. Below is satin luster greets the viewer from both sides of this smooth, highly attractive silver-tinged gem. Impressive technical quality and eye appeal for this key date, and conditionally challenging issue from the first year of the Washington Quarter series. Though the 1932 D's mintage of 436,800 pieces is nearly 30,000 more than its San Francisco mint counterpart. At grades of EF40 or finer, the 1932D becomes a key date of the series. This highly sought-after gem was sold for $41,125. Thanks for watching, guys. Keep following us on YouTube and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Have a good one, and God's willing, see you in the next episode.